Good afternoon, everybody. How are you doing? We are back for another ride. We're going to do stage one of the Tour De Zwift. Well, I'm doing stage one of the Tour De Zwift now. See how I feel. Feeling not the best today, but we'll see how we go. Then I might follow up after that and do the chase race. Some connection failure issues here. Let's see what the problem is. What's not connected? Power meter. Yeah. All right. Okay, Google. Turn on the floor fan. A bit of air going. Hey Grim, how you doing, man? Hey, there's not many people in the chase race tonight. Did you see that? Numbers are a bit low. I've been like contemplating, like, do I do it or not do it? I wasn't feeling like 100% today. Oh, look, I'm down to do it. I'm just gonna like do this ride and see how I feel, and then go from there. You need more water because I didn't fill up your bottles.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
It's just that like just not having the numbers though is not good. What do we got? Where are we? Chase race. Chase race. Yeah, there's only 49 riders. Currently only 17 entered in B, 27 in C, 4 in D, 1 in A. So yeah, I'm not 100% sure what to do.
Smile and nod.
Smile and nod. That's what you do.
If you're not sure, smile and nod.
Fair enough.
Are you already in yours?
Yeah, I am.
Mine doesn't stop.
Yeah. So Rachel's doing her ladies cycling mums Australia ride at 6.
Social life.
Social ride. Starts at 6:15. Then she plans to finish like early, like about 5 minutes before, then jump across and do the 7 o'clock Tour De Zwift. Yeah, but you've been smashing out the rides though. Like, I'm just hoping I'm just not getting COVID though. Or I could already have it because the oldest one, he's got it. And he's been in isolation in part of the house. But we need to retest ourselves tomorrow. So we'll see what the results tell us. Yeah, but I could just be feeling like down a bit from racing last night, and then like we have like an air conditioner in this room set to like 17 degrees, so it's pretty cool. And then like from doing a race, then you're all hot and sweaty, and then you get hit with all that cool air. Hello, Brian. How are you doing?
How's the hot tub? We haven't used it since the last stream.
I know, yeah, we haven't been in the hot tub for a week.
Cold. Yeah?
Huh?
Cold.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. Like, it could be like from the air conditioner on in here. It's like, well, I could be feeling not well.
I think you're feeling not well because you realised I've got ballpoint pen here.
Oh, whatever. Get over it. I'll tell you what's interesting. On my Garmin, it's telling me my MPA's 1813, but on there it's telling me it's only 1781.
Have you got it?
And they should be the same, yeah.
Weird. Oh, I forgot to turn mine off.
Did ya?
Yeah. I'm gonna start it again.
I think we're all like that, Brian. We're all seem to be tired.
Yeah, I'm yawning a lot.
Hey, I normally have a nana nap grim in the afternoon before I do a ride.
How do you see it on your Garmin?
Got a Garmin. I'm just trying something out with like power.
Yeah, I forgot to turn off everything last night. Whoops.
So MPA, so that's from like Exert. So MPA is basically your maximum power available. So Exert, from all your power data, basically calculates what your threshold power is. So like you kind of see it as like a fuel tank, or like say you got like like an electric car or something like that. Whereas like you got your charge, and then when you're accelerating and going over your threshold power, then that starts to deplete. When you sit under threshold power, that's basically when the battery recharges. But basically, it's a good guide to know how much energy you theoretically have, or how much power.
2 minutes is long enough to save a ride.
Yeah, I'll do it like in bloody
bit.
30 seconds. You don't even have to save the ride because it's going to pop up on your screen and you kind of got the mouse there.
So can it go as 2 separate rides though?
Yeah, because when you go and press on the screen join ride,
Yeah.
it'll save the current ride that you're in
Okay.
automatically.
Like final, like finishing it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, then I can do the toll one. Because my other ride doesn't start till 7:02.
Okay.
Do you think? Or just jump out
No,
of
you can. Depends how many kilometers you get to, because you like to have a round number. So.
Yeah, I know. I'll have a look when I'm close. So I look excited.
You look excited for your ride.
I've been yawning the whole time. Oh, you mean because I'm here early?
Yeah, she normally doesn't get on this early. She normally doesn't get on until like about 30 seconds left for her ride to start.
I'm earning my pizza tonight. I'm doing 2 rides.
You have a great start to my RGT race tonight. You have a great start, or you had a great start.
Oh,
My direct connect is connected, not sending power. Ah, yeah.
a sarcastic great start.
I was thinking about that, Brian, what the issue could be, because I know how you said on another computer, it shows up every single time, all the time, but on your main one, it doesn't. It could be to do with Bluetooth, because I know the Direct Connect does kind of use Bluetooth on the computer for it to show. I remember reading something about it tying into Bluetooth somehow. Yeah, because I remember just reading something about it. So I wonder if like maybe somehow in the Bluetooth part of it on the computer, it's blocking something, like firewall settings or something, that's preventing the computer from seeing the connection properly. Which could kind of explain like why one computer sees it fine all the time, but the other one doesn't. Because it's got to be something on the computer that's causing the issue. So it could be like some type of firewall settings, something to do with Bluetooth. Okay, Google. Turn on the right fan. Yeah, see, mine picks up. See, mine on my computer picks up all the time. So if I go into RGT, it will just automatically be there. I don't think I did anything on the router settings itself. I know, Grim, like, when does anything ever make sense, though?
Hi, John.
Nothing ever makes sense. Hey, are you able to, I think just down there near the tree, there's like a piece of paper. Like behind the chair, like under that little seat, is there a piece of paper or something? Like a... No, is it... What? No, it's not a receipt. Oh, like this Wahoo... Like little manual thing. Would have been... It could have been on the ground. Under the seat itself, maybe? Nothing? Nah, that's right. Nah, that's not it. Oh, don't worry, it's okay. Yeah, talk to that. Yeah, no, don't worry about it, man. What else is this? What else was it for? Nah, it wouldn't be that though. It wouldn't be Ethernet because, like, I assume that you plug your Direct Connect straight into like a router or something like that, right? It's not plugged Ethernet into the computer. So I plug mine into a network switch. Yeah. So that's what I do. Plug it into a network switch. Yeah, which is right. That's why I'm thinking it could be like some type of firewall or something. Nah, because he's got another PC, Grim, that works all the time. It's just that PC. Oh, it could just depend on how much security he's got running though.
This is just a social ride, John, so it's like a warm-up itself.
He might have his computer set up like Fort Knox.
But no, generally I don't. I backpedal for a few seconds and then I'm ready to go. And I still got 59 points.
Oh my god.
Oh, got
Ask John how many points he got.
How many points did you get, John? Yeah, last night.
But yeah, Brian, you're not the only one who has the issues though.
That's alright. I got 20 points for fastest time, 19 points for first across the lines.
Second.
And
oh, no, I know, 19 points in total for across the line.
for the first across the lines, yeah, 19 in total. And did I get 20? Yeah, I got 20 points.
Yeah,
No, something like that for coming 15.
You had 59 points in total.
Yeah, I had 59.
So yeah, what
Yeah, so 20 points for coming 15.
Yeah, because it definitely, with the dongle, the direct connect, definitely eliminates pretty much all the lag. No,
Yeah.
I only got 51, John. So she
Yeah.
had more than I had. That's why she keeps mentioning it.
That's it. That's why I get to have pizza for dinner. My reward. But there's a big difference riding women's D than mixed D, obviously.
Okay, Google. Hey, Google. Hey, Google. Turn on the fans. Virtua Pro doesn't support the adapter though yet. They're only Amp Plus. There were, I think there's a few females in our race, John. I remember seeing him on the start list. Did you pick that kit or does it automatically pick the kit?
No, you have to dress yourself in this kit.
Right.
That's what CMA wear.
The first sprint, Brian, wasn't that bad. I didn't really go for the first sprint.
I did.
I wanted to wait for the second. And see, in our race, the guy who went for this first sprint, he went straight out the back door after it. So I wanted to play it a bit more smarter. He's like, I still picked up one point on the first sprint. I got 10th spot on the first sprint. So I did a seated tempo sprint. It's just that the problem is like, these races are extremely difficult for sprinters. And John and I were talking about it today. With if you're a pure sprinter, when you go for a sprint, it's basically like a maximal effort that you put in for your sprint. It's very difficult to do a sprint and then back up 1.5 kilometers later for another sprint. And then back up 1.5 kilometers later for another sprint. It's like, you can't do back-to-back sprints as a pure sprinter. So yeah, on paper, people are like, oh, this circuit is for a sprinter. No, it's not. The race was built for basically a punchier rider. 1 to 5 minute power. Basically every single race on ZRL is built for punchy riders. Because all they do, all that happens though, Brian, is that the first sprint, where the sprinters are gone for it, you get a bunch of riders that go over the top and ride tempo. So then they drop the sprinters. So the sprinters really only have one sprint, the first one. 2 sprints if you're lucky, if you manage to hold on. Like I held on, and I did all 4 sprints. But it was freaking tough to do that. And here's the funny thing about it, right? So 4 sprints, I got 19 points from the sprints. And then I got some points for fastest time. I think I was like
4th fastest.
Yeah, 4th fastest time.
Yeah.
I would have been better off not sprinting at all for the first one, not using any extra energy whatsoever, to then full effort for the second and actually try and win it, get fastest time, then don't sprint for the third at all, just go back, cruise along, and then sprint for the 4th and try and win it. If I did that, I would have got more points than getting points in all 4 sprints, and only did 2 efforts instead of 4 efforts.
I did my most efforts in the first 2, then I was pretty dead by the 3rd, and I was completely dropped for the 4th. So I didn't even try for that one.
Now we discussed it as a team, and it didn't help bloody one of our teammates attacking before the first sprint, and then attacking after the second sprint to the 3rd. That didn't help me. But it's okay. still fend for myself and tidy up with some points for the team. Well, to win the race, you get 40 points if you win the race. So next week we're on the London Classic circuit. B grade, A and B grade are doing 6 laps. Every lap, you've got first across the line and fastest through the section. So that's going to give you, just getting faster through the section is king next week. That can net you so many points. Especially if you get, imagine you get the 6 fastest times through that section. But what I remember from the last time I did the race, I won the race overall on points, but the guy who comes second, I only beat him by 1 point, and the only sprint that he did was on the last lap, where he got the fastest time overall, but he only comes second in the stage, in the sprint. So he almost beat me from only sprinting once. So there's definitely some tactics involved in it, and when to sprint, and knowing that you don't need to go for every one of them to actually win. I started uploading some of my Twitch VODs over to YouTube, and I've been noticing that they've been getting muted quite a bit in certain parts from the music that I've been playing. So I'm just trying, it's like pretzel rocks for music. That's very true. That's my issue I had last night, Brian. Because coming up to the first sprint, the call came out from the DS to say, yeah, we had one away, and for us not to obviously chase. So to make sure you don't get to the front and chase, you kind of got to back off a bit. And as we know in good old Zwift, the minute that you back off, you start going backwards, heading out the bunch. But then you no longer end up in a good position for a sprint. The TTT in its current format, with the way pack dynamics works, I don't like it because it's hard to get into a good TTT line. The effort that you got to put in at the back of the group is pretty much almost the same as what you're putting in on the front. And there's like only this slight cost savings variance. And so you find like in TTT now that you're trying to stay in, so you're trying to like push that little bit harder because you don't want to get dropped. But then you push harder, then your avatar starts shooting itself to the front of the group. So then you back it off a bit. Then you back it off a bit, then your avatar shoots itself out the back. And so it's like you're playing this jostling game of trying to like get yourself in a proper position. Whereas the previous pack dynamics before allowed you to get in a much better structured TT group. And you could actually rotate a lot better. In one of the in the last ZRL, when they first changed the pack dynamics, it happened to me where one of the guys blew up and I happened to be on his wheel, and because he basically stopped, we went right out the back, and then I had to chase. I had to put in this massive effort to get back on, and then the group ended up having to wait for me because they obviously had the group benefit and I was solo. Should be scared, John. Very, very scared.
That's tomorrow.
Nah. There's team time trials in ZRL racing. Maybe week 4, I think.
Oh, okay.
I normally find that the TTT ends up being an easier ride than the actual race.
You get sprint points?
None in TTTs, no.
No.
But I probably end up finding it easier because it's like, there's no surging, there's no people like sprinting and all that. It's just all about consistent power. Basically riding, John, and you should be fine with a bloody TTT, John. Like, you like riding with bloody Revit. That's all it is. It's just riding with a pace partner. Now you just do your little bit of effort when you're on the front for however many seconds. Swing across, pace partner. Rinse and repeat. Nah. Most TTTs will only average maybe 3.3 to 3.6. It all depends, John, on how strong the team is as a whole. The problem that we had in that last T was dropping people too quickly, and the turns were too long. We had people doing like 45-second turns where they weren't capable of doing 45-second turns. So you end up burning people out too quickly. Yeah, some did 1 minute turns. It's too long. Yep. Even for like for the sprinters, 20-30 seconds max. Now your bigger endurance TT riders, yep, they can do longer. Our issue, John, as a team, we're going to struggle more on circuits that are hilly. We have people who can like crunch out the power for a while, but we don't really have the people that can climb hills. We have people who can fake it till they make it. But from what I could see last night, though, actually, as a whole, this division that we're in should be pretty competitive division. There wasn't really anybody or any team that was this big, massive standout that they're going to dominate. Yeah, there is. Which is going to suck ass. Got to use my nice little media button last night to smash those power-ups.
if I join the event and keep pedaling, and can I go back to this one?
No.
Oh. Right away.
Yep.
Okay.
But you got time, so you got like 19 and a half minutes. You definitely got 2 minutes before.
2 minutes, yeah.
You just got to make sure you got the mouse handy.
Yeah.
And have you got the mouse cursor on that screen? So it's a good idea to try and
Yep.
and then just click on the screen though, just to make sure that's what's selected. Yeah, because that way then when it pops up on the screen, you want to be able to hit the not now.
Yeah. Oh, it normally comes up in here.
Yeah, but the problem is that you get one that pops up on the screen and you have to use the mouse to press it. Oh, John, you gotta love the good old sweat falling on the phone pressing buttons. That's why I use the hat. That's why I use a cycling cap. Because it generally will soak up majority of the sweat. Like, yeah, it can get warm with it on, even with fans and that running, but I'd rather that than sweat dripping everywhere.
My hair soaks up my sweat.
Yeah.
My hair feels like I've had a shower most of the time outside the day.
That race that Spoon did today, Brian, seemed like it had quite a few people in it. Yeah. Like RGT definitely over the last month has seen a good surge in people riding on it. Yeah, same for us though too. That's right, Physique. Is anybody really ready for you? Yeah, that's it. End of the day, the bots will always be there for you. Oh, yeah, I know, John. So when you go get on the Virtue Pro, the AI bots in Virtue Pro. So if you get yourself into a break with the bots, you generally, like when I wrote it before, one of the bots, the AI, rode to the front of the breakaway group, and then started doing this. You had to say, let's rotate. It was pretty cool.
The chicken dance?
Yep. Huh?
The chicken dance?
No, it was like...
No, you'll have to remove the chicken dance.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't think so, Tobin. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Virtue Pro is just a different type of, I guess, cycling simulator, because when you do a race, it's you in a team, and then you basically have instructions that you can give to the others in the team. So you can tell them to go on the attack, you can tell them to protect you, you can tell them to get on the front and go hard. The AI is supposed to, like when you do tours, the AI is supposed to learn your riding style. So like if you, say you're a sprinter and you just sit on all the time, then the AI will learn that and start to go out on the attack and start attacking you. Is that some link that you just sent, Tobin? Oh, I can't even see it. Check. Where's my mouse going? Breathe somewhere. Try now, Tobin. Should work now. Oh yeah. So Virtue Pro, yeah. So Virtue Pro did have a bike. I remember actually asking him because I saw like in the game, top left-hand corner, there's a picture of a cassette and gearing, and I actually asked them. I go, "What's that from?" And they said it was from their indoor bike. Yeah, probably. But yeah, but Virtua Pro's definitely got its own type of like audience, I guess, when it comes to the way that game works. Because that one is a bit more, yeah, like cycling simulator as well. Because like you're effectively like managing it at the team of riders. So Virtua Pro, they've just been starting to test multiplayer. And their multiplayer is limited to 24 riders. But it's limited to 24 riders because each one of those riders controls a team. You control like 6 other riders or something like that. 5 or 6 riders. I have found Virtua Pro a bit of a struggle at times because sometimes if you like that a break goes up the road, you don't want to just like sit in the bunch and cruise along. You feel like you need to do more effort than that, so you actually go out on the attack and chase them down and get in the breakaway instead. Only thing, Brian, though, to make sure with Virtua Pro is like on the website where you do your profile, just to make sure you link your Strava and you've got it turned on to auto update, because they've had a lot of issues getting data to sync across the Strava. And at the moment, no elevation syncs across to Strava at all, because they use a scaled road, so the road's like 1/5 of the normal course length. So there is like issues at the moment with them sorting that stuff out to eventually get elevations to work properly. But it is a beta. One probably thing to do is maybe if you can just dual record your ride. So that way then if it doesn't save properly, you've got a backup of it. So you got like something to upload then?
Yeah, we had that issue with it wasn't a Tour De Zwift, it was
one of these rides, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Just to cover yourself. I do need to just find the time where I actually like can dedicate time to it and do like a proper tour on there just to see how it all plays out. I've just been waiting for them to iron bugs out, like actually getting Strava to work properly. And I believe on Virtua Pro, you can crash if you take a corner too fast and it's like a sharp U-turn. So it does like braking as well, like RGT does. But I'm pretty sure you can crash on it.
I drank. Did you drink?
Yep.
I will.
Just to check, is this music volume being alright? So I am using like a different thing for music today. Very good. Yeah, because I want to try and upload some more of my VODs to YouTube and stuff as well. So I'm just trying to make sure I use music that's not going to get itself muted everywhere. Yeah, let me turn it down a touch. When the next song plays, let me know how it is. Leaves Pretzel Rock like posting every time a new song comes on makes it look like the chat's very busy.
How did you get Pretzel Rocks to come in?
It does it automatically when you sign up for it all. This is like the free version of it.
Oh.
So you could pay premium, then you can make it where the bot won't advertise all the time.
That's pretty good to have it advertising. Fire. What about the song?
How's that, John? Is that better now? Yeah, cool. As long as you can hear us talking and we're louder than the music, that's the main thing.
I'm going to stop at 22, so I definitely have time.
You would make it to 23.
Would I?
Yeah.
Alright.
The message will probably pop up soon. Oh, yeah, I know.
What was the noise?
It's just one of the other guys' mic just like kept on making a noise all the time, and yeah, it was bloody frustrating. So it just made it hard to listen to instruction.
Okay.
Like normally we can just leave my mic turned on Discord and it will only pick up when we're talking. But it doesn't pick up fans, trainer noise. Did the thing pop up, did it?
Yep. As long as I can definitely get in with 2 minutes instead.
Oh yeah. You're getting easy because you're actually on the Curie Island, so you're already in the right world.
Alright.
So it'll be even quicker. Yeah, I pretty much had mine on mute the whole time though. I just muted it. It's just easier for me to keep it muted so that way I can talk to chat. And I'm not constantly like muting, I'm muting, muting, I'm muting. You don't have to end, just you could have just gone to the thing and just joined it.
Alright. Good I now.
Now you go to now you gotta load the world again.
Yeah. It's loading Yorkshire.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted at.
It doesn't make a difference. But yeah, all you had to do was just do join event and it would have saved the ride for you.
Oh, it's...
to Village Loop.
On the bloody grass.
Yeah, I know.
So this isn't a race, it's just a ride.
Yeah, it's just right.
So Tour de France is, Tour de Zwift is just rides,
Yeah,
not races.
no.
Oh.
But a lot of people just have the mentality that like any ride is a race.
Yeah, well, a lot of people.
So you'll see people in this, they'll go off at 100 mile an hour like it's a race.
Well, I won't do
Did you return the other bike, John? Or you still got it though? That's going a bit far, physique.
But some people forgot to go. Yeah, I was stopped. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I didn't see it. Where did he post a photo of it?
I had a cute little blue.
Ah, okay, fair enough. Oh, he's come to like the reactor. You got a dilemma then, eh? The confusion reigns.
I can't see shit.
Huh?
Can't see.
You don't need a seat. Just keep riding. She started in July. The July officially started in July.
Yeah.
She's had a bike for ages.
A few years.
Just basically never rode it, wasn't interested. And it was really like the last lot of lockdowns we had last year that she
When I had to work from home every day.
yeah, that she then started getting into it. I know, now look at her. Hello, adult. But she literally just started off though, Brian, was so she started in July. I wasn't allowed in this room at all. I got kicked out. Every time she wanted to ride, I had to leave. Wasn't allowed in. And she would do, normally only say 20 to 30 minutes maximum is all she would do. So then she basically was signed up and was doing the, what was it training program?
Back to basics.
Yeah, it's not like a back to basics or something training program that ran for like 6 to 8 weeks. And then in between those training programs, because it was like 2 a week, she was doing, she was just doing routes that would take her like 15 minutes, like no, they were around 15 kilometers that would take half an hour to do. Avoided hills.
And then even if there was only like 200 meters left, if my 30 minutes was up, I was like, done.
Yep. So when she first started off, she only would ride in one gear the whole entire time. Small chainring, middle of the rear cassette. So she used to have a cadence like 110, 120. Wouldn't take her hands off the handlebar. So when she wanted to get a drink, so she had the drink on the table. So if she wanted a drink, stop, get the drink, put the drink down, hands back on the handlebars, start to ride again. Then she finally got the confidence to start to change the gears on the rear. So she wouldn't change to the big chainring, only would change the gears in the rear. Then she finally progressed and started changing the front chainring as well. And then obviously
Started drinking.
With her hands off the handlebars.
And sitting up, riding.
I think she realized though that if she stopped pedaling every time she wanted to pick up a phone and type on it, then she wouldn't get very far. So she used to ride like in the morning. And
organized casuals at the same time.
Yeah, and then I showed her events. That was my downfall. I showed her events and told her about unlocking kits, unlocking bikes and all that stuff. Next minute, she's just like, oh, I now ride in the afternoon as well. I ride 2 times a day. And at this point in time, I was still getting kicked out of the room though. I still got kicked out. So she was cutting into my time to ride. So we had the 2 trainers set up like this, but I got kicked out. It wasn't really until she wanted to do the Sunday morning WMZ race that she finally let me ride at the same time as her because she wanted to do the race. So then we started to be able to ride at the same time. And it was after that then we actually started streaming more then.
Yeah, because I didn't want to be on the stream. And then I did, in September, I was doing the
charity ride.
The charity ride, Tour De Kids, which is the jersey that I'm wearing.
Yeah, so she did the Tour De Kids in September.
And I did the Rapper 100.
Yeah, so she set herself a target at first to do 500 kilometers in September. She smashed that, so he increased it to 750. Smashed that as well, and ended up doing just over 1,000 kilometers in September. And she did the Rapper 100 ride as well. So she did a 100-kilometer ride on Zwift. Her ass hurt.
Yeah.
Because her big thing that she still hardly will do is she will not get out of the saddle and pedal. So if you watch her, most of her time, pretty much like...
All my sprints are in the saddle.
Yeah, so she will only sit in the saddle. Sometimes she will get out every now and then.
For like 2 pedals.
Yeah, but she won't get out of the saddle and rest her ass.
Yet somehow I still got 59 points yesterday. In the saddle, doing sprints.
What's your favourite route?
Mine?
Yeah.
I like the France ones because the scenery is good. I don't have a favourite.
Her favourite route is any route that does not have a climb. If it doesn't have a climb, she's happy with that.
I like the scenery in the France one though.
Her hardest kit to get would have been that Rapper 100 one.
Oh, absolutely.
Because the Rapper 100, the official Rapper 100 ride,
it was hard.
Was on the London Triple Loops circuit. So it had a lot of climbing in it, which I found very weird that they chose a circuit that was so difficult for a lot of people. Now, I couldn't even say I have a real all-out favorite route in Zwift.
I just wish that you could pick, like, it keeps coming up with ones I don't want to do. I want it to come up with ones that I want to do, that I haven't unlocked much of.
One circuit that I don't mind, but you only do it in events, is the circuit in New York. What's that little 2.1 kilometer circuit? Can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, I want to get all the badges. That's my thing. And all the jerseys.
Yeah, that's what we ended up making a points redeem on here, just to work through circuits that we haven't unlocked. I don't mind TikTok.
I like the new Neokio ones. I like the colours. I don't think I'm going to be finished at 7:30. What time did you book it?
7:45.
Alright.
Sand in Sequoias, it's not a bad circuit. I just hate the fact that when you get over the KOM, and this Brian is the conversation that we had like yesterday that you're going through, demonstrating the dropping off the back of the bunch. Because when Coco, or whatever, Cara or Carter or bloody whoever it is, does that circuit, you always get dropped off the back on the downhill. Yep. So any circuit that doesn't have a downhill is okay. Not if you keep pedaling. Listen to you, John. What is this pedaling you're talking of? It's a downhill. Weight should help you.
Take it from me, I've learned my lesson.
Bloody hell.
Give everything, she was such a blessing, but from day to day, she'll change her ways. Give me her love, then she take it away, take it away, take it away. Just like
I hate the ones that have the dirt roads. They annoy me.
Yeah. I agree with like a lot of people's statements about it, because like when you climb a hill, say you are like 90 kilos versus like say 60, 70 kilo person. If you were to go right up the Zwift, that 60 to 70 kilo person, they're going to beat you by minutes up that climb. You know? Easily by quite a few minutes. Unless you're like a bloody really strong, big rider that can push the power for that long. But in reality, they're definitely going to put a couple of minutes in you. Now, if they get to the top and wait for you, and you both start down here at the same time, same bike, same wheels, start at the same speed, roll off the top and then stop. The larger person will only end up making anywhere between like say 15 to 30 seconds on that person by the time they get down the bottom. So the light person can make minutes on the climb over the larger person, but the larger person can only make up seconds on the downhill. Yeah, exactly. But there's only so much arrow that you can push downhill on Zwift though, before it becomes pointless of pedaling, and you just gotta get into the tuck.
Take it from me, I've learned my lesson. She gave everything, she was such a blessing, but from day to day, she'll change her ways. Give me her love, then she take it away.
See, the thing with a downhill, if the downhill is dead straight, no bends, then a large person definitely should get down that bloody hill quicker. If it's a downhill and it's got a lot of switchbacks and stuff like that, then weight should still play a factor, but not as much compared to descending technique. So a really good light descender could still out-descend a heavier, not so technical descender. But in Zwift, the fact that there's no technique required for a downhill, the larger rider should be getting more benefit than a lighter rider on a downhill. That lighter rider should have to pedal to try and keep up with the heavier rider. Just like the heavy rider needs to push hard to go up the hill to try and keep up, the lighter rider shouldn't be having to push hard to keep up to go down. But that's not the case.
Should have probably had the other bike.
Huh?
The other bike.
Oh no.
Gravel bike.
It's not really a climb.
It is.
Is it?
Yeah. Started off at 7%.
It'll be done shortly. Yeah, that's what the light person should have to do, John. Yeah, Adol, that's definitely an interesting little pinch, that little elevator, or escalator, you say.
Yeah, I hate that one.
Perfect little spot to push hard and potentially get a gap going. That's where last week, yeah, that's where last week we caught in the chase race. That's where we caught C grade on that part. It's alright, big ring, push hard. By the time the power kicks in, you should be over the top of it. If you know it's coming up. You'll probably find that on that climb, if you go into a too small of a gear, it's going to take you forever to climb up it. So you just want to...
You just like full sprint before it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
You just want to hit it with power
And speed.
Yeah, because then by the time that the gradient really kicks in, your momentum's going to take you over the top, and then you're good. Do it well, yeah. I actually did well in that race last season. What did I get, like second or third? I managed to like keep in the break. I was on a blinder.
Are you doing chase race?
Yeah, I'll still do it. See how we go.
I don't think I'm going to be finished this in time.
Yeah, you will.
It's like the longest ever dirt hunt.
You almost finished it.
Huh?
You almost finished it. You turned right up here.
There we go. Finally, back on the road. How come everyone's times have all gone to 0?
Just a bug in Zwift.
Huh.
You right on before? Can't remember.
Did I give you one?
No, did I give you one before? I can't remember.
I didn't.
All right.
Oh, I saw it under the road then. When it turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John, literally only 48 people in Chase Race. 17 in B, 27 in C. We're 2 minutes behind C. Are we talking better music as in volume, I assume? C's got like 27 people. They got like 10 more than B. 2 minute head start. Robot Dark Lord music. Alright, there we go. 45. Joint event. Stop that. I'll be back in 1 sec. Quickly grab a drink.
He starts to get a bit sooky about that, John. Then he gets a bit defensive, and then I have to hear all the excuses. But it is fun to remind him. There was also one ride that he didn't realise I was racing against him, and I beat him. I don't let him forget that one either. You've already written them all out? Oh, that's cool, Adel. I haven't seen that before.
Alright, are we ready to hurt? Sure are.
You are still in my mind. The truth is so hard to find. With all the things that's going on, I lost track. I felt so strong. I got you on my mind, but something's been done wrong. Sometimes I've been thinking of what to make of me and my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking of, dreaming of what it could have been besides memories. 'Cause I still need you. It's lost in something deceitful. I've been left astray by the moonlight sweeping. Another mistake from within your home.
See if I can beat my time.
Mm.
Sometimes I've been thinking of what to make of me and my memories. Sometimes I've been thinking of, dreaming of what it could have been.
Good job.
It was 29.58 before, now it's 28.10. I think. I don't know.
You have time to spare, see?
Huh?
You've got time to spare.
Yeah. I'm only going to go to 14. Unless there's an uphill, in which case I'm stopping. Yeah, if I'm not doing an event, I'm only doing ones that I haven't unlocked. I don't repeat them anymore. Unless it's like an event or a race or something. Come on, 100 meters. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I think it was coming. What's the hidden badges? You know, the hidden...
They're like the different like watts and all that.
Oh, those ones. Eventually, yeah. I've done all the ones that I can do. I got the 500 watts one. That's good.
Oh no, she knows about them.
I just didn't know they were called hidden badges. Yeah, I've done them once. Some of them. Yeah, I've only done it out once. Okay, yeah, I want to do that again.
Yep.
Going by the end of this one here. I'm trying to look what is that beginning here.
Man, my legs are dead. Yep. Good old stages.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you,
No worries, Brian. Have a good sleep. Thanks for dropping in.
Bye, Brian.
eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you, for you, for you, for you, for you.
It does that to you, John, that's for sure. Right, Johnny, what's Swift Power telling its gap to the C graders? How we looking? Goodness, what's that coming for dinner? Yeah.
I remember Virginia Beach, the way it is crowded. watching. Memories so hard to believe. You're no longer with me. Told me to wait by the ocean. Falling deep, you were floated. I remember you said to me.
Massive surplus. Okay.
No, wrong.
They're going to be hard to catch.
Fingers trace when you would sleep beside me. Conversations in my sheets, body to body. A sudden hit to my blind side, like a ghost I couldn't find. I remember you said to me, nothing's gonna break us, this love will make us. Nothing's gonna break, yeah, nothing's gonna break us, this love will make us. Nothing's gonna break.
Just that moment with you, just that moment with you. That's all I really need.
Yeah, we just caught another group of C just then. Or just like 100 or something. Oh, that's interesting. Wow, that's like massive. Is it here?
Found it.
That degrader, man, he must be popping out some serious power. He only had like a 6-minute start on C grade. Well, 7 minutes, there you go. Yeah, definitely not a degrader. Yeah, we're still like a minute behind C grade. Nah, they're not going to catch the D grade of physique. There's a D grade miles in front. I got nothing. No. Oh. Yeah, recovery tires, right. I just did too much riding before this race. Like 45k is massive for me. Look at those, like, what's in B grade? 4.3, 4.2, 4.0. Yeah. $3.7. Wow. Working much? Nah, AutoCat put him there, so that's Zwift. Yeah, AutoCat. Oh man, I blew up Grim on that climb. Had nothing left at all. What about that D grader though, huh? Oh my god. He averaged 3.7. Look at him. This guy. Not according to AutoCat. Yeah, we were always going to struggle to catch you though, Grim. We only had 12 starters. No, you'll probably still be in Cat C. Nah, we were never gonna look. We were never looked at catching you. After 10 kilometers, we had only caught up like 30 seconds, 40 seconds. Don't worry, Grim. I was just sitting in. I didn't anticipate that last, like with 5 kilometers to go. I didn't realize that was as difficult as it was. That's a bloody tough little section. Yep. That's basically where I got tailed off. I don't think I did that race, John. No, I don't think so. Well, maybe I did, but this ride was from a different direction. Oh, I don't know. All I know is it sucked. That's all I know. This one is in the Flatlands course. This is a different course. I think we're already doing 45 kilometers. Wasn't the best thing to do before this race. Plus ZRL last night. The legs definitely are not firing on all cylinders. Plus I haven't been feeling that good today. Hey Grim, but the main thing is though, we raced. We still raced. We were there. We didn't pull out either. We finished. DX, is that like dick slap? Sounds like something Doc would do. Ah, yeah, arrested and played dick slap. Yeah, of course we did, John. Grim and I, we're not greedy. We don't need to win all the time. We're happy to share. We're happy to let the little degraders win. Okay, Google, turn off the fans. No worries, Grim. Good ride, man. Until next time. All right. All right, let's have a look and see who's around. Oh, man. I'm exhausted. Looks like we should be able to host Ewan. Yep. Alright, I'm going to give Ewan a host. Thanks everyone for dropping in, it was good. Should be back on again tomorrow. Have a good day, morning, evening, whatever it is. And I'll catch you all around. Have a good one.